Oh gosh. Okay. Hi, friends. I'm live here. I am Jen Worgan, and I am just doing a thing today that I thought I would try. I don't know who I have here with me, but I see that I do have some people here, so I think that's pretty fun. I am just an art teacher, and being home right now on Fridays at school, I do these things called Art Fun Fridays for my students. And I think that just because I'm not at school, maybe I could just still do that here because yesterday I figured out how easy this was. So I'm just going to do it. And today I went to school where I work at Oak Lawn Community High School. And we did an art supply pickup for some of our students. And it reminded me how much they enjoy making art for art's sake. So that's kind of the point of this here. So I just want to kind of give you um, when we do these Art Fun Fridays, I usually have a topic that we focus on. And today we're chilling with circles. And we are going to just talk about kind of the calm that you get from making circles, very basic. And I just want to warn you, I'm not an art therapist. That's not what I am. I'm just a teacher, but I am an art teacher who very strongly believes that art is an opportunity for expression and self awareness and to check in with yourself. And more importantly, it's a way to manage your energy. So during this time when we're all kind of trying to make the best out of a situation, this is a great place to put our energy. So hopefully some of you are here with your family or you're doing it by yourself and doing you. But either way, I hope that you're just here to enjoy. So I'll go ahead and get started. Today, what you are going to need, as I said, just basic, just some paper, colors. You could do crayons, markers, if you got them, a pair of scissors, and some glue. Now, otherwise, if you don't want to bring any supplies and just do you and watch, then have at it. Maybe you want to do this later. It's totally up to you. But thanks again for joining me. And let's look at some stuff here. So we are going to look at a Russian painter whose last name is Kandinsky. Kandinsky was an artist who experimented a lot with color and very simple geometric shape. Okay, so specifically, I'm going to show you two different versions of something, and you decide whatever you want. If you feel like more collagey today, I made one of these earlier. My daughter Emma helped me. We just cut some simple things out of newspaper, shape of a tree, and then some circle shapes that were getting smaller out of just random paper that we had in the house. And that's one way to do it if you want to do that. And the other way to do it, which is the way I'm going to show you, is just using paper and some basic colors. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm excited. Glad you're here. So to get started, we are going to, I'm not nervous. I shouldn't be nervous. This is silly. But I'm glad you're all here again. Yay. So let's just loosen up our hand, right? Because art can be a physical thing. This isn't PE class, but it could be the way I do it. So get whatever tool you have, and I'm going to Bob Ross style this. And I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to draw just a circle and just make a circle. Very simple. Everybody can make a circle. It's pretty simple and it doesn't have to be perfect. And that's the cool part about all this. So make a couple circles just because it's fun. And don't worry about making them perfect because it doesn't matter. And Kandinsky, what he would do would be he would make concentric circles. So, oh no, math, but concentric circles, which my daughter and husband confirmed for me, are circles that have the same center. So maybe they get bigger or smaller around that center. So let's go ahead and try and make some concentric circles inside of our big circle. And don't worry about how, the space between them, just you do you. That's all this is about. And this is just really a warm up and a practice. And then if you have some colors nearby, I'm going to grab a marker right now that I have handy. go ahead and color the inside of one of your circles. I'm going to choose the very inside of my first circle. I'm going to go with a little bit of red. And next to it, I'm going to try another color, and I'm not going to worry about what it is. This isn't about color theory. I'm just going to add something next to it. This time, though, I'm going to try a different medium. I'm going to use an oil pastel. Again, keep it simple. Whatever you got is fine. It's handy. So I'm just going to fill it in. And for a second, I want you to just be a little meditative with it and think about the fact that when you are filling in a space, specifically a round space, there is so much information that tells us that by doing this, we are lowering specifically cortisol levels, but who cares what that is? It's just stress that just is sitting inside of us. And by doing this, you get an opportunity to let some of that go. So let some of it go. I hope you do. If we were in my classroom, I would be playing some very chill music. So hopefully in your own house, you and your family have some music on that you're listening to. You could always just mute me because maybe you don't want to listen to this. And I get it. Just turn on your own music and you could just follow along. That's fine too. I think right now I would be playing a little Depeche Mode, Enjoy the Silence, because that would be my jam right now. And I wonder what you guys are listening to. Try filling in one of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to the one next door to it. And again, this is just warming it up, right? Just warming it up. Hi, my friends. I see a lot of friends here. This is cool. Jeff Callahar, a former student of mine. That's awesome. I hope he's doing well. It's so cool that I think about what technology does allow us to do, keeping in touch with each other at a time when it's so necessary. So this is a cool way to be able to know that there are some former students out there who are joining me, and hopefully they are creating some art and just relaxing with themselves or their family. I'm going to grab some color pencil now. I'm not worried too much about the colors next to each other, but if you want to go there, color and mood so go together so much. Right now I'm adding a blue, and I definitely don't want to feel blue, so I'm going to keep thinking of blue as cool, but not sad, because I'm not feeling down. I'm getting a lot of energy from this. I think teaching gives me energy. So knowing that people are doing this. Originally, I started making some of these videos for my friend, a neighbor of mine who was home with two small kids while she's working at home. I'm going to start using some watercolor paint now, just because why not? And she being home with her two kids, could you imagine? She is working from home, she and her husband, and she has two little ones at home. And I couldn't even imagine trying to balance all that. I'm lucky. My kids are a little bit older, and I see them managing their own e-learning and taking care of it, which they amaze me that they do that. So my heart really goes to people who are trying to do the best they can and homeschool while they're working. It's incredible to me. And so I made these for her daughter, who is 4. Her name's Maya, and she's a sweetheart. And Maya has started trying some of these projects, which makes me happy. And so just keeping it simple and basic. Again, hopefully you guys are just enjoying the movement of the circle. I see a lot of my work friends are here. The Sampsons are in the house, and the Mays and the Dentons. It's good to see my friends. I feel like Mr. Rogers. I'm with my friends. Oh, if only I had his calm and compassion 100% of the day. I would feel really good about myself. I feel like bringing a small line. One of the things I noticed with Kandinsky's circles is sometimes things were thick and sometimes things were thin. I feel like I want to bring a small line in, so I'm going to do it. The cool thing about all this is there are no rules. So please don't feel like you need to do exactly what we're doing here. I'm just going to add in some simple line because I feel like it. Cool. All right. And I'm going to add another bit of line here. One of the things Kandinsky was playing with was the way one color looked when it was next to another color, and how sometimes if you have two of the same shades next to different colors, they start to look differently. And see if you notice that. It's just something to pay attention to if you want to. And these are just really just warming it up. So just enjoy that little warm up. Now I'm gonna move right on to the tree part of this. So if you wanna join me, or if you just wanna keep doing the circles, keep doing the circles. Again, this is about you doing you. So I'm going to switch this out. Okay. I need a little Studio Master. I have my Spartan t-shirt on because at Oaklawn we are the Spartans, and without art, we would just be spans, and that would be boring. So we're not going to do that. I am going to start by making a tree. And to make a tree, I am going to create a trunk, a vertical trunk. And I have watercolor here that I'm going to use. And you know, when I did those of you who are going to just do paper, you're not going to paint or color or anything like that. I made my trunk out of newspaper, and you can make it out of whatever you have handy. That's the great thing. Again, no rules. And I just cut these concentric circles out of whatever I could get my hands on and glued them. So again, if you want to go that way, because you should do you. All right, so now I'm going to start my tree. I'm going to draw just a strong line, and I'm going to get my roots. And you know, it's funny when you think of a tree and our roots and where we come from, totally defines who we are, how we are. Enjoy thinking about the roots that make you who you are, because who we are is getting us through this situation right now. I think about that. And I am very grateful for all the people that contributed to my roots and helped me grow all the time. So just think about that, because it's a good thought to have and a good thing to reflect on when you are creating. I have a lot of roots, a lot of good people. So I'm going to make my tree have some branches. And maybe I have a couple branches going off to the side. These are just lines, simple, basic lines. Up and down, trees strong, rooted in the ground, just like us. Up and down. Can run right off that page. We did a play earlier this year. I'm so at where I work, and our play was incredible. They did such an incredible job. We did the Wizard of Oz, and our backdrop had these trees in it. And when they were in the enchanted forest, my stage people that build the set with me, the kids and the crew, we built these really awesome, scary trees that were really fun. And I'm just remembering right now that our students are not going to get to do their plays. And I know how bummed they are this year about that, not being able to do their spring shows. And these trees just reminded me of that. And they have such good attitudes about the way they're dealing with it. It's just incredible to me. So I have a tree, and now I am going to go ahead and start adding in some of those concentric circles. And I could go about this one of two ways. I could cut out the circles that I already made. I think I'm going to do that, but it requires me to go over here and grab them. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors. I'm going to cut these out, and I am not going to worry about cutting them perfectly because, again, it just doesn't matter. So who are you guys doing this with in your house? I see the Mays are all in the house. Are the girls doing this? I hope. And the Dentons are doing this. Mrs. Sampson, is your husband doing this, the artist? I would love to see what everybody creates when they're done. After you cut out your circle, you can just glue this on. And again, one of the cool things about not having any rules is that if you glue one on and you're like, ooh, that's kind of fun. I wish it had something else on it though. It's missing something. Then add it. You get to do that. You're the boss. I'm going to add a little line in here because I'm feeling like I want to. Okay. And then I'm going to cut out some more little shapes here. And if you don't want to cut these out, then you could draw your circles directly on there. Just do however you want to do it. And remember that art is, this type of art especially, this is about you and relaxing and just being present with yourself. Being home, I keep saying, oh, what can I do? I need to do this. I want to do that. I want to create something. I want to paint something. And I'm really happy that I'm allowing myself to do that. And well, really, you're allowing me to do that. So thank you. One of the things that I learned as a person who plays a lot with starting art projects and not necessarily finishing them is that it's really not necessarily about the finished product all the time. Sometimes, especially when we do these like art fun Fridays in my classroom, we'll start a project and they won't finish it. They will come back the next week and pick it up, or they won't. And one of the things that we've come to realize is that's okay. And the reason it's okay is because it's about the process. It's not the product. And I think that this process, going through creating something and being mindful of what's going on here and here, is a great opportunity for you to just be. And I'm not really worried about finishing it unless I want to. So hopefully you're seeing that with your, oh, look at, I have students here. Hi, students. Michaela. I can't really do art right now. Why does your wrist hurt, Michaela? I'm sorry your wrist hurts. You have to take care of you. You had a long week of e-learning. First week of e-learning down. We teachers are starting to feel like this is our, I'm in year 20 of teaching. 20, how could that be? But yes, year 20. And I feel like, just like a lot of us do, first year teachers, a lot of us are saying that we feel like first year teachers. And it's because everything is new. And I think every single thing that we're doing is new, because when have we ever experienced this before? And I'm pretty impressed with how incredibly like resilient people are and the kindness and compassion that people are showing. It's incredible. Seeing that from all sorts of places. Watching people come together and be creative and how they can help people and look for that. It's awesome. Ooh. Chalk pastel. Very messy, but very fun. I recommend it highly. work some paint into here. Mixed medium is super fun because I don't know what's going to happen. I wish you could see what I have in front of me. I have a smorgasbord of art supplies here. It's a hot mess, but it's so typical of me, but it's fun. I'm just going to keep making my circle. Uh-oh, I got a little red in the green. You know what that means? It's going to make brown. Better be careful. This is not a lesson on color theory, so that's okay. I wish I could hear your music. Oh, Michaela, I'm sorry your wrist hurts. If you are wanting to cut out some more of those circles, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to just keep filling mine up, and I'm just going to enjoy the process of making these circular shapes, varying the thickness and thinness of my lines. I feel so lucky that I get to teach and work in a field that with something that I love. I think it's pretty awesome. I hope that all of you are fortunate enough to do the same, or at least finding the things that allow you to be in that place where you can be reflective on the things that you love doing and that you have time to do them. And if you don't, maybe it's time to start making time to do them, because that's really important. Oh, how many do I want to add? I don't know. Today when I was handing out art supplies and the kids were coming up and picking things up, a lot of them were so happy that they were going to get to go home and create. And I thought that was pretty awesome. That the thing that they were going to do on this Friday was just make something for them. I think that's really important. That line is too thin. So I think it's important to find something that you are passionate about and that you can put your time and your energy into, because when you do that, it is very fulfilling and it recharges your batteries. So I am going to add some harder edges around some of these, kind of to cap them. Add a little black line here because why not? And if you feel like you want to add in some more branches, then add in some more branches, but you get to do you. And that's very fun. Very fun. Oh, your niece is in Nashville, Lisa. How is Nashville doing? I hope Nashville is doing well. Hi, Miss Clark, my art teacher partner. Look, Miss Clark, I have our shirt on. I missed you today. Handing out supplies and seeing our kids. It was cool. And they're so happy that you left Clay. They are very excited about that. So it's hard, our coworkers. Looking and not being with our coworkers is hard because these are the people you see every single day. So it's definitely, I miss my teaching partners, the art department at Oakland. Boy, do I miss them. And the kids, oof. Now, I have my two kiddos with me, and that's pretty awesome. They're busy doing their e-learning stuff. Right now they're on spring break, and I'm not on spring break, so they're about to start a whole other week of this next week. And it should be a wild ride if I'm not mistaken. I like mixing up all the stuff. It is fun, I gotta say. Just a circular motion. It feels good. I don't know why that is. I can't explain it. But my hope for you is that after doing this, you're starting to settle in and realize it's not about necessarily making art. You don't have to make anything look like anything. These are just simple circular shapes. So I don't know why that feels good to do. So I totally recommend go rogue if you want to. But I just am really enjoying the process of drawing these circle shapes. It's making me feel happy. Like a happy little accident. So hi, Michaela's mom, who's here. She is going out to work, and I know how hard that is. All the people who are not working from home and they are still going out to a job. It's incredible to me. Grateful for all those people who are keeping everything afloat. Pretty awesome. My tree feels enchanted to me, and maybe it will be enchanted and bring some good wishes for a lot of people. So all about just filling in the space with your circles, enjoying the process. And the way I look at this, it's just another opportunity for you to spend some time with yourself and let go of all the things around you and just fill something in because you can. And hi, brother, Michaela's brother. It's fun, and there is no purpose other than letting go of stuff around you. So that about does it for me. I hope that you all are taking time and finding the thing that allows you to be aware of all the things happening around you and figuring out what to do with yourself to manage that energy. Art is just another opportunity and another tool that you have where you can put your energy. And this simple exercise, just that, again, that idea of drawing circles and going around in a circle and filling it in, creating a mandala, like Buddhist monks would create mandalas. And they would do that just to pray and then meditate and then breathe and let something go. And maybe now, if you next time you're just looking to deal, maybe you pick up some paper and maybe you just start drawing some simple circles, and you too could just breathe and let something go. So thank you for joining me tonight. And I hope that you find time for yourself, and I'll be here next Friday. So take care of yourself and be well. Bye.